Hello my lovely friends, welcome to Mixology Art first episode. So, I'm extremely nervous because I have so much to go through and I'm hoping to pull this out. But hey, if you just stopped by or if you already subscribed, thank you for your support and obviously making this channel slowly became reality. For a long time I was thinking about should I do it, should I not, but it's happening. So today we're gonna do some kind of a tropical ingredient, let's put it this way. I know it's a winter, but hey, why not? We can do some lovely stuff with this in front of me. And this, my friends, it's a Pandan Leaves. Now, I don't know if you ever had Pandan Leaves or if you ever heard of them, but if not, stick around and I'll show you how you can use them. First of all, what is a Pandan Leaf? The easiest way to put it, it's a tropical plant. Okay, it looks like a grass. It is cultivated. It's growing pretty much like in some places freely. This is why it's not so expensive, but it's kind of a unique in the flavor, and it's also a wonderful component for cooking, coloring, or in our case, mixology, because we'll be creating today a pandan syrup. We're gonna do a pandan cold brew coffee as well, and all these ingredients I'll be using in my other channel, Just Shake or Stir, when we'll be presenting cocktails with what we're making today as the ingredients. Okay, so the pandan leaf is very popular in Sri Lanka, in the southeast. Like I mentioned, it's popular for cooking, for wrapping a food, for coloring, and many other things. The flavor of the pandan leaf, it's more associated with the vanilla flavor. It's not 100% vanilla, but that's where the sweetness and the flavor going for. So, as you can see, it's fantastic ingredient for, again, cooking, drinks, and because of the green color and the strength of the color, also for coloring. Now, there's many different ways to use the pandan leaf. So let me just open first. You can buy pandan leaf fresh or frozen maybe. Like for example, I buy fresh, and because they come quite a lot in 2 packs, I froze straight away some of them. So we don't need that. Oh, the smell, it's amazing. When you get the leaves, they will come like that, and obviously if they're fresh, it's fantastic. But if you get them, make sure you wash them and you put them in like a damp towel in the fridge, which you can keep them like that up to a week, maybe even more. Okay. If you get them straight away and you want to prepare or you want to save them for later, make sure you freeze them. Like for example, I cut mine like in around 25 centimeters, and I just put them in a nice container, like an airtight container, and I just freeze them in the freezer. I've already have one. Today we're going to use fresh, and we're going to look for the very ends here. Now, as you can see, on the top here, they start getting a little bit yellow. We don't want that. So all this is going to be cut, and obviously you have to discard it because it's not good for us. It's already dry. It's having this yellowish. It's just, we don't want it. Okay, let's put it simple. Also on the back, they start getting browny here like and little bit dry. So I'm just gonna remove the ends. And here we go. We have all this garbage, which I don't have garbage bin where to put. So we're just gonna chop it like that. As you can see, I'm extremely very well prepared. Today we're gonna do, like I said, a simple syrup. There's many ways to do a simple syrup. Obviously you can do the sugar with the water, put few leaves, infuse it, and you're done. But if you want to extract as much possible from the pandan leaves and have this lovely essence, you're gonna have to work a little bit harder, okay? However, it's your choice. I'm gonna show you a few different ways and a few different things today, so you decide what you wanna go first. For the first syrup, the simple syrup, we are gonna need 8 of these leaves. So 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I have 5 left, which we're gonna use as well. So 8 of these. And we're gonna need blender, so let me grab the blender. There you go. Now, why blender, you may ask? Well, you see what's gonna happen. We're gonna get messy a little bit, so I prefer to get a little bit messy in the beginning of the video, then clean up and do the easiest part on the very end. Okay, we have the blender. Gonna switch it on. And we're gonna blend these leaves, yeah? We're gonna blend them with some water. So I'm just gonna cut roughly. I need them to go inside in the blender. This what it's gonna make, it's gonna break the leaves, obviously, and it's gonna extract all of the flavors from the pandan leaves. And also, just a quick tip here, we'll be using the pulp after as well. So it's sustainable, proper serving, and it's obviously nothing going to the waste, okay? Now, we need some water. So, depends how strong you want the syrup to be. You can go between half to 1 cup of water. To put this in like a milliliters, so 125 to 250 ml, or what is this, like 4 ounces of water to 8 ounces of water, okay? In this case, I will blend the pandan leaves with around 120 to 150 ml of water, because when I strain after and add the sugar, I will add a little bit extra of water when I actually cook the syrup, okay? So in general, I'm looking to create around 250 ml of liquid of pandan syrup, which I can use in my cocktails, okay? But I won't be putting the whole water yet, okay? So it's good for you to buy some of these glass measure jiggers, or whatever they call, because it's when you're preparing things like that, it's really good to kind of follow all these measurements, and maybe when you create different time, try different measurements of water or count of pandan leaves, and you may find that different ratio works better for you, for your taste, for your palate. And then you write the recipes down and obviously keep going the same way. However, as I mentioned, I'm looking for around 250 ml to create. So I'm gonna be starting with 150 ml of water, and then I'm gonna add another 100 probably when I'm cooking the syrup, okay? So it's gonna get a little noisy. Now, if some of the leaves kind of stuck to your blender, to the walls, because they're very thin, get with your bar spoon, make sure put everything inside. You want to break this pulp and you want to break these leaves proper, okay? As I say, it will take a little work, guys. Okay, I'm pretty happy here. There is few leaves left, like not really broken, but they're just like a few, so I'll be okay with that. Now make sure, depends on what kind of blender you're using, make sure you bring all the pulp back in the blender as much possible. As I mentioned, we're gonna use this pulp after, okay? So don't try to just chuck straight away everything. Make sure you save as much as possible. Wonderful. Okay. So, I'm gonna put this on the side here because I'll be cleaning it after. But now I need my sieve and I want to put this on the side to extract the liquid so we can create the first syrup. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, I told you, I was thinking I'm prepared and things just keep popping out and popping out. So, first video, I hope you can forgive me. I'm not 100% ready. I am in my head, but reality, no. So what we're gonna do here, we're gonna get this broken pandan leaves and leave it on the side. Make sure you're using fine sieve. You can easily filtrate this syrup through coffee filter later on. But for now we need just to get the water out, because this is obviously gonna help to separate the pulp from the extract and create the syrup. So we don't need this blender anymore. We finish with it. It's time to go away. And it's time for us to put the stove. Okay. Okie dokie. So, it doesn't need to be cooked extremely. It doesn't need to be boiled extremely. All you need to do is just bring it to simmer to obviously melt the sugar. And then you're done. You can leave it on the side to cool down. You can bottle and sterilize bottle and keep it up to a week, okay, in the fridge. Right, let's just press this leaf a little bit to extract any of the water possible. Lovely. Now, as I mentioned, I'm not gonna throw the pulp because I'm gonna use it for something. We'll be creating a cold brew with pandan leaves. Okay, so for this, I have my sterilized bottle and I'm just gonna put all the pandan leaves inside the pulp. Okay, while my heating here, it's getting ready for cooking. So we're doing two things in one, okay? There we go. That's enough for me. The sieve can go away as well, and we're nearly ready to cook the syrup. Now in the small pot, I'm gonna put another 100 ml of water. I'll just look where I am. There you go. And I will add my pandan extract. So now we should have around 250 ml, which obviously some of it is gonna go away when I'm cooking, but the sugar is gonna introduce a little bit of volume, okay? Okay, the water is getting ready with the pandan extract here, and all I need at the moment is 250 grams of sugar. So I'm gonna measure exactly 250. So basically the sugar is exact the same amount in grams, but matching the milliliters, okay? So this is gonna create a good rich syrup. Just gonna put it in. Simple as that. Like I say, you don't need to cook to boil. It's just simmer until the sugar is dissolved. Obviously bring it just a little bit just before boil the water, and this is kind of gonna preserve the syrup for a longer. It's gonna help you to melt the sugar, and it's gonna be ready for bottling very soon. Okay. Smells delicious. Smell very sweet, grassy, earthy. It's a very good ingredient, and used in the proper cocktails or good recipes, it's bring very unique flavor to the cocktails and something new to everybody. Okay. I think while this kind of trying to boil, I can leave it on the side here, and we can prepare our cold brew. Okay, that should be absolutely easier. So cold brew. I have my coffee here. Now usually cold brew, you can make it many different ways. Obviously, it's fantastic just to have a nice sip or use it in the cocktails like I like to do. So I have my coffee here. I will measure around 100 grams of this coffee. There we go, 100 grams. Now this is around like 120 grams. It's around like a half a cup of a coffee, okay? This one, it's made, oh, there we go, syrup, it's ready here, just start bubbling. There we go, we can remove it from the stove and just leave it on the side to cool down, and that's it. Just put it on the side here, so it's far away from everything. We don't want it too hot next to us. So 100 to 120 grams of the coffee, and I'm gonna get through one of these lovely funnel and slowly gonna add the coffee to the mix, okay? Now, why you can do a cold brew, make sure your coffee, it's not very like a fine for espresso. It's enough to be just a breaking enough for like a filter coffee use, because this way it's gonna help and release the coffee very easy when it's combined with the cold water, because obviously it's a cold brew. There's no cooking involved here, there's no boiling, there's nothing. Look at that, full jar. Okay, we're ready here. I have already previously boiled water, which is kind of a filtrated. I like to use like that for a cold brew, and I'm just gonna fill it up here. So you're gonna roughly get about a liter of this coffee. There we are. Give it a little stir. So what's gonna happen is the pandan leaves left inside, they still have some extract, some flavor left in them. So when it stays this in the fridge, this is gonna stay for 48 hours in the fridge. The coffee is gonna release all the flavors, the pandan leaves is gonna release the rest of the flavors, and you're gonna get a fantastic earthy, kind of a sweet flavor. It's not gonna be flavored sweetness, but it's gonna have this vanilla hint and earthy flavor to the coffee. And with that, my lovely friends, you can have as it is, it's good for you, like a cold brew, or you can use it in a cocktails. And I'm gonna make at least one, so you can see how you can use it, okay? Perfect, now we can close this jar. Nice and tight. There we go. And we're gonna leave this in the fridge later on to stay for 48 hours and to have a pandan cold brew coffee, okay? Our syrups, it's pretty chilled. Smells insane. It's like literally, yeah, I think some of you may not like the idea of having this grassiness and earthiness to the cocktail, but hey, when it's balanced, fantastic, you can just make wonderful things, okay? Gotta get a bottle now. Okay, I've cleaned my funnel. And I'm gonna bottle some of the syrup very slowly because it's gonna be warm, just a little bit first. Just to give the bottle a little warm up. Make sure you use sterilized bottles, okay? Look how lovely green it is. Now, it depends on the pandan leaves. You can even get more greener. So, depends from where you buy the pandan leaves, because as much they're kind of the same family, some of them it's different and it's more rich in color and a flavor. So there we go. That'll be enough for me. Wonderful, and we have some left here, but for now, ooh, that's beautiful, so good. So I'm gonna leave it open to cool down because it's so hot at the moment. I'm gonna wash this pot and I'll be back to make the other very simple 2 syrups and we are done, okay? I'll see you in a second. Simple syrup, you can do 250 grams sugar, 250 ml of water, and you can add 3 to 5 pandan leaves. And this is gonna extract a little bit of the pandan leaves. It's not gonna be that much strong like the previous one when we blend it and you have this strong earthy flavor, but it's gonna release some of the sweetness, and of course it's gonna give you this lovely little bit earthiness and grass. The other way what you can do, you can grab a leaves, and let me just show you. We won't do it today because it's I guess it's for a different kind of a video when I'm gonna do some cordials and we're gonna include this one there. But what you can do is you can basically cut the leaf like this, yeah, in the middle. There you go. And you can cut it in half and you can bend it and make it tight like that, like a knot. What this is gonna do, this is gonna break the leaf and it's gonna start releasing the flavors. Now, if you get 4 or 5 of these and you put in a small bottle like the one which I use for the syrup, and you fill it up with 100 proof vodka or maybe a rum, this is gonna infuse the vodka and the rum. And then when you add some simple syrup, you can create your own cordial, pandan cordial. But as I mentioned, I am planning a video on cordials, so I may include this there, okay? For now, for the syrup, what we need, put this to warm up. So I'm gonna get 250 grams of sugar. Okay, I went a little bit over, 270, so we're gonna match with the water. And here I have 300 ml, so let's take some off. There we go, perfect. So water inside. And while this is getting warm, we're gonna put the sugar as well, so it can melt. Perfect. And get your pandan leaves. So like I say, 3 to 5. Now I found here a few of them in the middle of the stack. It's really gone dry in the top, so we don't want to use that because we don't want to introduce any bad flavor to it. This also is gone on the end a little bit. Make sure you cut off the bad things from the leaf, okay? So I have, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 4.5 left with this, the cut one which I did earlier. Okay. So, soon the sugar start melting, I'm gonna put the pandan leaves. But there's another way to do something really interesting. So you can kind of elevate your game, and I'm gonna prepare cocktail with this, what I'm preparing at the moment. This is a mango and pandan kind of a puree syrup because we're using a fresh mango. So I just realized this camera doesn't focusing because this is in front of me. It's driving me crazy. Anyway, apologies. So we're gonna use a fresh mango. Now we have here a fresh mango. You can get a ready puree if you can, or you can just get a nice ripe mango and put it in the microwave for a minute just to soften it, or in my case, I'm just gonna blend it, okay? So when I create the simple syrup, this is gonna be a lighter version, which I can use in anything, literally, but I'm gonna make today half of it with mango, and anything left, I'm just gonna leave as a simple syrup, okay? So we're getting here, warming up. So the sugar, it starts melting. Okay, let's put this to a high. So when it starts melting the sugar slowly, just cut your leaves and put them inside. That's all you need to do. For about 3 to 5 minutes, okay? Just let them simmer inside and get your mango prepared as well. And I'll see you in a second when this is ready to cook. Okay, we are back. So my syrup has been bubbling for 3 minutes now. The leaves is gone soft. It's already released this grass kind of a flavor to it. And that's where we want to stop. So I'm going to stop now. Leave it to kind of settle down a little bit. And what we need to do here is take off the leaves, okay? So be careful, guys. It's hot. Yeah. Take them out. Now this is going to be a totally clear syrup because we didn't break the leaves. And of course, that's not going to release any green color, okay? Okay, let me just put it here. I need to remove that because it's hot. We don't want anything around me hot, being dangerous. So just gonna put it down on the floor to cool down and make some syrup. Right. So this leaf can stay on the side. Now you can bottle this syrup and it's gonna be just a very slight earthy flavor with a little bit hint of vanilla. But I'm just gonna put it first in a glass so you can see that it's completely clear. Here we are. Wonderful. Okay. So as you can see, we have completely clear syrup. It's just a little bit yellow from the sugar, obviously. Now what I want to do is I'm gonna split this syrup. Half of it is gonna go just as a simple syrup. And the other half I'm gonna put with the mango and kind of a blend it. So we have literally like a mango pandan puree syrup. Viscosity is gonna be higher, it's gonna be more thick than the normal syrup, but it will be fantastic for the cocktails coming on Just Shake or Stir, right? So at the moment here I have 400 ml. So I will put half of it just to cover my mango. Yeah, 100 ml will be enough to start with. Lots of mess when you do stuff like that, preparation for cocktails, lots of mess. And the beauty is that made in-house ingredients or make your own ingredients, it's always a good kind of a way to learn and maybe find out new ingredients or maybe experiment and find different ratios of things which already created. So it's a beauty, eh? So we're gonna just mix this. Okay. Beauty, beauty. More mess. Fantastic. So we are done with our puree. Gonna bottle it now. So good, so good. Just beautiful. There is a little bit left. Oh, that's so nice. I can't wait to make these cocktails for Just Shake or Stir. So I'm gonna leave this on the side. And of course the rest of it, the pandan simple syrup, I'm gonna leave it to cool down and I'm just gonna bottle in another bottle. We have a little bit left from the green one. But yeah, the mess is fantastic. However, we're done. So we did a pandan simple syrup with the blending the leaves. Then we used the pulp to create a lovely cold brew pandan coffee. There you go. That's our green syrup. Then we did the mango. And finally, we did the simple pandan syrup, which is very light version of the green one. You have the earthy flavor inside, but it's not that concentrate, and it's maybe you can use it in different type of cocktails when you just want a sweetener with very little touch of earthiness to it. So to balance your cocktail depends what you're doing. But this is it. And if you're fancy, you can drop a leaf inside in your simple syrup to keep it elevating during the week. All of these syrups, shelf life around a week in your fridge, okay? Maybe a few days more, but generally 1 week. So if you make it, make sure you're doing like this small amount so you can use it during the week and enjoy. Now, I'm gonna be going to clean this mess, but thank you once again for sticking around, for tuning in, for subscribing, for liking, for commenting, for criticizing, for anything, guys. Literally, this channel, it's for me to share with you different techniques, and I want to hear from you what you like, what you don't like, what you may want to see. So let's make it happen. Let's don't just being like, you know, just me presenting and that's it. I want it to be like a community, okay? So I'll see you in 2 weeks, I think, time when I'm gonna have something new for you. But make sure you check Just Shake or Stir if you've not already subscribed there, because some of these ingredients gonna pop out there while I'm making cocktails with them. And yeah, that's how we're gonna link both channels. But for now, stay safe. Go create some mess in your kitchen, do some stuff. And yeah, as always, I love you and I leave you. Bye-bye.